yeah, so there's a bullet train going at 500 kilometers per hour in a direction. Now there's a person who is trying to make a really long jump. Okay, so now the question is, in which direction should he jump so that his the distance he jumps will actually increase when compared to his average jump on ground.
Okay. Immediate answer what I'm getting is opposite direction.
Okay, opposite direction if you jump. So how much more would the jump be? Say if you are jumping 5. So one thing is, how do we solve a problem like this? Okay, so now Manjula ma'am has a guess that jumping in the opposite, right? But how do we actually check this out? If you jump in the opposite direction, your length might increase, and Gauri ma'am feels that if you jump in the same direction, the length would increase. Any other?
Same direction because
So
the wind next to when the train is moving in that speed, there will be that wind movement also that might help him to accelerate that jump actually.
Oh, wind movement. If it is a completely covered thing, in all the if it is like if all the windows are closed.
No. He's jumping out of the train, isn't it?
No. He's jumping. He's in the train and he's jumping within the train.
He's jumping in the train inside.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So I'll give another question. You might be able to see it is flying and it is going in a constant speed again. We will keep again this as also 500 kilometers per hour. Okay, this is a flight, and it is dropping food packages one after the other. Okay, after an interval of every 5 seconds, a food packet is dropped. Now the question is, if you discount any influence of air, if you take that that place didn't have much air, much wind, how would these files be arranged on ground? Do you see any similarity between these two questions?
Will take in 3600 seconds. The plane is traveling 500 kilometers. So for 5 seconds, so that will give us the distance between two packets, right?
Okay, so you're saying that the packets will be in the speed. Two packets will be this 500 kilometer into 5 by 3600 seconds, right?
So but we can't say that it is going in a straight line, right? I mean, that is another means that is just the ideal situation.
So when we travel in the train, you might be able to recall this experience that in train or any moving vehicle, that when the train is starting from rest, right, you would feel a backward pull, right? And then similarly, when the train is coming to a halt, you would feel a forward pull.
Right? It is because of inertia, right?
Yes. Okay. That is because of inertia. Now, when the train is going in the same speed, right? What kind of experience we would generally feel?
You are also moving with that speed, but you don't realize that because the train and you are in the same speed. Means so. I mean, with respect to the person inside the train, you are at rest, or with respect to the train, you are at rest. Is that what you are asking, Shiv? I mean,
no. Yes, with respect to the person in the train, we are at rest. That is true. But will we feel any kind of pull and push when the train is going in almost same speed?
No,
we don't.
right? So if you have traveled in flight, you might have experienced this, that sometimes the flight is traveling at around 1,000 km per hour, but you would feel as if you are in rest.
Right.
Has this happened?
Yeah.
Yes.
This feeling is there, right? Now, say, just imagine that flight, we are going in at 1,000 km per hour, and we are tossing a coin upwards. Okay, we are tossing, so we'll again assume that the flight, the ceiling has the height of the ceiling from the base is high. Okay, we will consider a very high, very big flight with a high ceiling, and we toss the coin high enough. Now, when the flight is going at its top speed, top uniform speed, will the coin land on our hand, or will it go forward, or will it go backward? Again, a similar kind of a question, isn't it?
Right.
I think
Right.
before
Yeah.
you joined, we were just discussing that whether it's a right angle triangle, the hypot, and that type of something.
Which one? Which one? For case 2.
Huh?
For case 2.
For case 2, yes.
Right. A right angle triangle. Okay, so if you just consider one block and its path, this is a very badly drawn flight, and this is a package. Okay, and this is the ground. We will just fix a point in the ground. We'll just fix. There's a tree. Okay, so now this flight is moving forward. What would be the path of this package? So you're saying that that would be in the form of a right triangle, is it?
We were just discussing that was just a thought. Means
Oh, right. Okay. Nice theory. Yeah. That is a
the hypotenuse of this triangle means it won't land straight away because of gravity. What we are thinking.
correct. Okay.
Means if suppose you are throwing a ball from the top floor, then it's expected to land straight. But
correct.
instead of that, you are moving. So
Correct.
it should land like the way you have shown.
Okay. Nice.
Forward. That is what was the thought. I don't know.
Okay. So another similar experience, this you might have had, again going in a train in an almost uniform speed. If you take a stone and if you drop it outwards and outside the window, and if you assume that there is not much wind, okay, if there's not much wind, and it's a dense and a heavy stone, you're dropping it out of the window, how will it fall down with respect to you inside the train?
Yeah, means it will be in backside of us, right? Or front.
Yes.
That is what is your question.
Yes.
I think we have experienced this for people they wash their hands. And
but water is easily affected by wind.
Okay, but yeah, not only by wind. I think the people sitting behind us experience or in front of us. That I'm trying to recollect.
Oh, nice. Oh, very nice thought process. Yes. Okay.
I mean, I know the wind is the major factor there, but still it is the common experience.
Correct.
Friends, you have to help me in this. Everyone must have experienced it. Some.
So this is some pole. This is some light pole in the platform. This is the train going in this direction. And if you drop a stone from this point, with respect to and there's a person here standing right here, and this person and the person in the train are in the same line. Let us just assume that they're in the same line. If both of them drop the stone together, okay, so how can we compare that? We can have this comparison, but before that, water. If you when washing hands, that's a very nice thought. When you wash hands, who would face the trouble? Generally,
people behind.
Behind only. Yeah, even I feel behind.
right. Yeah, even I feel people behind.
So that means the stone lands not in front of us, but behind us.
Oh, okay. The stone lands behind you. Okay. So behind you, in the sense now, as a passenger, you also would have moved some distance, right?
Right. So probably the. Mm,
So
But here, in which direction are we throwing the stone?
we are just dropping it,
we are
Just
vertically
dropping
down,
it.
vertically
Okay.
downwards.
So if the train is not moving, then it is expected to land just where you are throwing it
Yes.
in the
Yes.
straight line. But
Yes.
as you are moving, where will this go? Means whether stone will move with you, may not be at the same speed, right, Shiv?
Yes. 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 This is the question. Yes.
Yeah, means we are just thinking aloud. We are not
Correct. Correct. Correct.
giving
Correct.
any
No,
answers.
no, one thing is, yeah, so we have some gut feeling and intuition about this, right? How can we test these things? What can be done to test these things?
One is actually by doing it actually.
Ah, correct,
I
correct.
want to do it now.
So, are you going to travel in train anytime soon?
No need to travel in train. Maybe by running we can try. Just I want
Wow, wow, excellent, 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 excellent.
to get a feel.
Yes, 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 yes. Right. So this question, I just, I mean, before the session, I happened to see this question. I just thought of asking it. If you see, uh, the answer to this question forms a very is a very fundamental principle in mechanics. Okay, and what happens here? Maybe yeah, you can instead of me directly answer this question right away, we can do some experiments and then we can get back. So if you see, if you think, actually, if you think these three questions that I have posed, right, they're all linked to each other. Maybe you can do a bit of experiment and then we can come back to this. Okay. So one thing is, if you are, yeah, I would strongly encourage you to do this experimentation from first principles without any uh, bias to any view. Right. Okay. So before, okay, so now next thing is Manjula ma'am, a long time back, she had asked me about integers. So when we teach integers, when we teach addition and subtraction of integers, what is the best way to go about? And I had this discussion with Gauri Akka also long time back. We were she was sharing her views. We had this discussion. Recently, yeah, some few months back, Shravan found out a very wonderful resource where we saw a method of adding, yeah, I mean, a rule to teach addition of two integers. Okay, and it was very nice. It was very nice, and the person there had mentioned that this was Brahmagupta's method of teaching integer addition. So I'll just share it now. So can you give some two numbers to be added, two integers to be added or subtracted, or
minus 5 plus 3.
Minus 5 plus 3. Okay. So now when we have this minus 5 plus 3, okay, we will let us represent minus 5 as 5 minuses. Okay. Okay. So plus, when you have this plus sign, it means you have to add. Okay. You have to add what? 3 plus. Okay. We add 3 plus, and then all the plus and all the minus will get neutralized, basically. So here, these 3 plus and these 3 minus will get neutralized, and you would be left with just 2 minus. So this is a very straightforward case, minus 5 plus 3, right? Any other question, or we'll take a little more complicated thing?
3 minus 5.
3 minus 5, okay.
Which is same, actually,
right.
not 3
So
minus 5.
now we are, yeah, no, so yeah, 3, it is same, and we'll see how this method works. So 3 minus 5, right? So again, this is plus 3, right? So I have 3 plus, and now the thing is I have to remove, I have minus here, so I have to remove. How much should I remove? I have to remove 5 positives, right? But how is it possible to remove 5 positives from 3 positives? So in this case, what that method suggests is we will add 0. What do I mean by adding 0? Adding 0 is I can add 1 plus and 1 minus, this is a 0.
Or you can add a
2 plus and 2 minus, that is a 0.
In
or
this
3
case,
plus.
it can be 5 plus and 5 minus.
Exactly. Right. And these are all 0, and adding 0 will not affect the value, right? So Shankar, so now I have to remove 5 plus from 3 plus, which is not possible, but I can add 0. So what kind of a 0 can I add here?
So I think
2 0 pairs. 2 0 pairs. Plus,
I can
plus.
add 2 plus and 2 minus, right? And then now I can remove 5 plus. So once I remove 5 plus, what is remaining is 2 negatives. This is minus 2. Okay. Yeah. So now you see that this is what do you say? It's getting interesting. Okay. So we will take a further complicated case of minus 3 minus 4. Okay. So here, right, we have again we have 3 minus here. Okay, and the sign here is minus. So I need to remove. Okay, what should I remove? I should remove 4 negatives. Yeah, so can anyone tell me how I can proceed from here?
Remove 4 negatives. So we don't have enough negatives here.
Yes.
One is less. So we will add 1 negative and 1 positive.
1 positive.
So just to nullify whatever we have added extra.
Exactly.
Now
Exactly.
we can
So,
remove 4 negatives.
yes, now I remove 4 negatives, and what is remaining is just
with
1.
plus 1.
Just plus 1. Right? So
So
basically,
that
yes.
adding 0 can be, we can work it out just by seeing the numbers like 4 and 3, 5 and 3, like that.
Correct, ma'am. So now instead of just adding, we'll take the same case, 3 negatives. Shubhangi ma'am told we'll add 1 plus and 1 minus as a 0, right? What will happen if I add 2 minus and 2 plus? Will it still remain unaffected?
Yes.
Yes, right?
Okay. Yes, it is.
Yes. So now if I remove 4 negatives from here, I remove 4 negatives. This is gone. And then this plus and minus gets neutralized.
Neutralized. You
And
still
this
have a plus.
plus 1. Plus 1. Right. So here, basically, so this method, it was ascribed to Brahmagupta. I don't know the historical authenticity of that, but still, we found it to be a very excellent method. So here we are not giving many rules. We are just giving the rule that addition means you're adding things, subtraction means you're removing things. With just these 2 rules, we are able to perform any integer arithmetic operation with respect to addition and subtraction.
Very interesting, Shiv. Thank you.
Yeah.
This will help for my student actually.
Instead of in case if the students are getting confused, instead of plus and minus, you can represent plus with some green counters and minus with some red counters.
Yes.
We use algebra tiles for this. Same thing.
Oh, right. Oh, great. So you implement this same activity, Shubhangi ma'am?
Yeah, algebra tiles. We using algebra tiles.
Algebra tiles are there.
Yeah, we make our own algebra tiles basically, and then we give it to students whenever we are doing it hands-on activities.
Oh, right. Oh,
Instead
okay,
of this, you can use colored tiles, as she mentioned.
Yes.
Where plus is actually one color and minus is one color. So you need to show that 1 plus and 1 minus is something like, for example, plus will be green and minus will be red. If you place one red tile with one green tile, it's going to be 0, something like that.
Yeah.
One more thing, Manjula ma'am, what I always feel where kids are confused. As Shiv said now 3 minus 5, the earlier example, they has to understand, means it has to be emphasized that this minus means the operation. It's not the negative 5. Right,
Yes.
Shiv?
That
is where kids are confused always.
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
and in the second case, minus 3, we say minus 3. It is actually negative 3 minus negative 4. But we are used to say plus 3 minus 3.
Oh, yeah. This distinction also helps. Yeah.
Even children are used to that. So, it is very difficult for us to change that negative 3 minus negative 4. We always say minus 3 minus 4.
Correct. correct. Yeah, yeah,
So
Yeah.
this meaning should be emphasized that this sign is here plus or means used as operation or used as a what we say sign
Number.
for the number sign.
Ah,
You know.
ah,
See what we do now. We take a kind say let us take a example of a parachute, and
okay.
we have this vertical number line kind of thing. Means there are zero below zero, -1, -2 that way, and above zero we have till 20, 1, 2, 3, and we hang it on the wall, and we have some you are somewhere. Let us say you are on zero now.
Ah,
And when you say, or you, when, let us take example of this, -5 plus 3. So -5 is your starting position. You are there on -5.
ah,
Now this plus sign tells you that you have to add. You are adding, and this again 3 means which is +3. So you are adding these air of means we say fuel. We are adding fuel which will take you up.
oh, right, right.
So by
Adding
how
fuel.
many places you are going up? So by 3 places. So from -5, you are going 3 places up. So you will land on -4, -3, -2. That way you will get the answer.
Okay, okay, okay. So if it is
And
-5,
if it is
okay.
-3, then we are adding means you are removing these bags, fuel bags, or you can say you are adding sand bags, 3 sand bags, which
Ah,
there and which is pulling you down.
okay, right, 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 right. So yeah, for the last few weeks we have been discussing this theme of successive differences, where again we start with with an arbitrary sequence. Here it is all squares, and then I take differences, successive differences. So 4 minus 1 is giving me 3, 9 minus 4 is giving me 5, 16 minus 9 is giving 7, 9, and so on. And then again I repeat this, repeated differences. So I get a sequence of 2's. So these are all square numbers. And then we tried with cubes, and we tried this with 4th powers. If you have not yet tried, I would encourage you to try and see what is happening. And then we also discussed, can we come up with sequences a naught for which you will never reach 0. So this is the 0 column. So yeah, can we give an example of a naught for which you'll never reach 0? This is one more thing which we're trying. And right, yes, these are some of the few questions which we are seeing. And then sometime back there was this question. So suppose I have just a partial sequence like this. Let me give a sequence. Just give me a minute.
199,961, 1,999,961. 1,999,961.
So if you have a sequence like this, 3, 6, 13, then 3, 24, and so on. Now I have an infinite sequence 3, 6, 13, 24, and so on. We are also seeing if we can come up with a formula for this. Formula that will generate this sequence. And yes, so from this the discussion went into different directions. Yeah, so if you have, yeah, you can keep trying these questions one by one and keep responding. And yeah, Akka, we were discussing about given a sequence, how many different formulas can we have? So yeah, we went a little bit into system of linear equations to study this. Yes, so you can tell me if you have got anything in that direction.
No, I have made no progress with it. I need to try how to get to reduced form by
Correct.
the row elimination that we saw. Last
Correct.
week.
Correct.
I've not worked on it. I'll work on it now.
Okay, right. Yeah. So as of now, we can try to find out some a-naughts for which you will never reach 0. And you can try to come up with a formula that will generate this sequence. And also the
3,
factorial.
6, 3, 6, 13, 24. Is it A0 column you're
Yes,
talking?
yes,
Okay.
a-naught.
Okay.
What is it, Shiva?
Ma'am, yes.
This 3, 6, 13, 24 is given by you, right?
Yes. I've given this. So can we come up with can we come up with a formula for this sequence? For example, this 3, 5, 7, 9. If you have the formula 2n plus 1, that will generate this. When n equal to 1, I get this. When n equal to 2, I get this. When n equal to 3, when n equal to 4, and so on. Right?
Okay.
Right. So similarly, so this formula is actually generating this sequence.
So, okay. So general formula.
General formula that will generate this sequence.
Okay.
Akka, are you trying with some numbers or you're just trying generally?
No, I have the example from last week.
Yeah, okay, fine. So for this second sequence 2, 4, 6, can I have a formula different than 2n? So we can see that clearly 2n generates this sequence. But can we have a different formula? Madhu ma'am, yes, very nice.
But I'm not able to find A0 sequence. I can't think how to find that from A1.
Right. Okay, so I will just give an hint. Suppose I have this, we'll take this cubes. I will take the square, in fact, 1, 4, 9. Okay. Now, suppose I take, if I add 4 to each term, what will happen to the subsequent columns? A1, A2, A3, and so on. That is one thing. Now, this is now we have A0 as n square. If I have, say, A0 as n cube, 1, 8, 27, 64, 125, 216, right? So here we see that it will go into A1, A2, A3, and A4, right? So now if I add A0, if I add this n cube and n square and put it as a single column, how would the behavior be? Right. So for this particular sequence, there is one more property that will hold true, right? What is that? A0 is equal to A1. Yeah. So for the sequence that you gave, there is an extra property that is A0 is equal to A1, right? Right. So
The second one I checked for 3 raised to n.
Right.
And then for 4 raised to n as well, I think.
Right. In general, you made a even
for general is
yes.
Yeah, m raised to n is m raised to n, then into m minus 1. Yeah, I have done till there.
Correct. Then
you asked me to find out something else, some other sequences, but
for which A0 is equal to A1.
Yeah, but I didn't get any. I mean, I tried.
You didn't get anything. Okay.
I didn't try much, frankly,
Right.
speaking, but still, I couldn't
So
think of any.
So one thing is for this question, an example for A0 for which you will never reach 0 at any column for that question. If you're able to get some A0 for which the sequence A0 is the same as sequence A1, then our job is done, right? Then this will keep repeating and you will never get a 0. Shubhangi ma'am was able to get one example for A0, for which we have this property A0 is equal to A1. Okay. So, how did you get that 2 power n? I mean, did you accidentally get it, or you try to get it by some means?
No, accidentally. Actually,
Okay.
I started with 2, 4, and so on, and then
Oh,
I got it directly. Then after that, I thought, ki, okay, 2 raised to n, then 2 raised to n minus 1. From
right.
that, I
Got
got
it.
3 raised to n and 4 raised to n.
Got it.
But the first one was pure by trial and error. I was trying and I got it.
Very nice. So we have some sequence like this, and we need the second thing also to have the same sequence repeating, right?
Right.
Yeah. So
Actually, it started from A2.
Okay, that happens only if the sequence is in GP, right?
GP, yes. Is it true for all GP, Shankar? For
No, that's what-
example,
I
if you
think
take,
I think we raised this question a couple of sessions back, right? If the given series is in GP, can
correct,
we reach the common difference with 0?
correct, exactly. Yes, that is what we are discussing. Yes. So here one more specific question that you taken up is, if I want A0 and A1 to be equal, that is the initial sequence as well as the sequence of common differences to be the same, what is the nature of this A0? That is another thing we are seeing. And if this happens, if A0 is equal to A1, then this will automatically assure that
Will not
A2
touch.
is equal to A1, then A3 is equal to A2, and so there is no 0.
There is no 0, right?
It's not 0.
Right. So how do we get
A1, A2? You do you mean by common difference? I mean difference of between the two neighboring terms, or what exactly you mean by A1, A2?
Yes. So basically the
It's
difference
like,
of A2 and A1 should give me A1,
Ah.
A2 and A3 should give me A2, and so on.
Okay, in that case, A2 has to be 0, right? Suppose, for example, A1 minus A2 is A1.
I want A2 minus A1 to be A1.
Okay, got it. Then it will be in GP only.
Then it has to be
Because
GP only.
because A2 is equal to twice of A1. Common ratio will be 2.
Correct.
Common ratio will be 2 for all the terms. So
Correct.
if
So
it has
this
a common ratio, the sequence is in GP. So naturally, it can never lead you to the common difference of 0.
Right. So this will directly lead me to these conditions. A2 is equal to 2A1, A3 is equal to 2A2, then A4 minus A3 is equal to A3. So A4 is equal to 2A3, and so on. Right. So this is a GP with common the ratio 2. So you keep multiplying 2 to 2, and in fact you get 2 power n.
Exactly.
Right.
And it's kind of an exponential series, and the exponential series can never lead to 0.
Oh yeah.
Because exponential functions are strictly increasing.
Right. So what will happen if you take 3 power n, 4 power n, 5 power n? So here, if we start with 2 power n, then all the subsequent columns are 2 power n.
Yes.
Right. So if we start with 3 power n, then can we characterize the subsequent columns? What will be its formula? That is one thing. Right. Now, we might have seen this sequence. Is this sequence familiar, Shubhangi ma'am, Manjula ma'am?
Fibonacci sequence.
Yes. Right. Right. Now, if I take this Fibonacci sequence as A0.
Okay.
Yeah, we have actually done enough discussions on Fibonacci.
Correct.
Yeah. I think there was a time where for 1 month, I mean 4 TMC weeks, we are discussing only completely about Fibonacci series, I think.
So we again get Fibonacci
sequence. Oh, yes. Right.
Yeah.
So when we start with this 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8.
We get 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5. Same sequence is repeated.
And then A2 would be
Again
1,
0, 0.
0, then 1,
1,
1.
0. Okay. All right.
Right. So Shankar, after that, we took up your question. That is, for example, if you have the sequence 2, 4, 6, right? The sequence here. For this 2, 4, 6, can we have, so 2n is one obvious formula. Can we have a different formula for this? So that discussion took us, we were discussing about, yeah, how to approach this question and how to solve this. So we were studying general system of linear equations, and that was what we were focusing. That's what Gauri ma'am and Sunil were like working on. So this question has the question that you had raised has a very interesting answer. So can we have a different formula? What should be the length of this sequence so that there is a unique formula?
To
Yeah,
what
so-
extent? Yeah, I remember that.
Right.
So because in a couple of weeks back, I think I discussed, because I think I missed 3 seconds. So I'm coming after 3 seconds.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
able to-
Right. So actually, the theory of linear equations has a very interesting answer to this question. So that is what we were seeing. Yeah, okay, Shubhangi ma'am, right. Right. So basically, so now if you have to, for example, answer this question, so 2, 4, 6, if you have to get, so one is we have this linear formula for this 2n, right? Can we have a formula with degree 2 for 2, 4, 6? How do we try to answer this? Madhu ma'am, any luck?
No, I'm stuck.
Okay, right. So we will just take this starting sequence. Say, okay, we will again start with square. So if you start with 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, this is basically n squared, right? And for this, we would have the first difference as 3, 5, 7, 9, right? The second would be 2, 2, 2, 2. The third would be all 0, right?
Yeah.
Right. Now my question is, instead of taking n square, if I take 2 times n square, if I multiply 2 to all these terms, okay, what do you think would happen to the subsequent columns?
Everything will double.
Everything will double, right?
Everything will double, and eventually it's going to reach
0. Yeah.
Yes, it is going to lead to 0, right? So now for the given sequence, this let us just take this 3, 6, 13, 24. So if you take this 3, 6, 13, 24, and if we do apply the successive differences here, I would get 3, then 7, and then 11.
11.
Right, this would be 4 and a 4, and this would be a 0.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm having a 4 here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we know another sequence that will generate 4 in A2. What is that? 2n square, right?
Yeah. 2n
If
square.
we
Yeah.
take 2n square, we have seen that it will generate 4 here.
Hmm.
Right. But clearly for 3, 6, 13, 24, 2n square is not the formula. Right. So what will happen if we subtract 2n square from this term by term?
We're saying 2n square minus 3, 2n square minus 6, something like that.
Right. So 2n square would be, this is 2n square, 2, 8, 18, 32, and so on. Right. So this is, so a naught is clearly not equal to 2n square. But can you tell something about a naught minus 2n square?
You're saying a naught minus 2n square?
Yes.
Then it involves negative.
Right. So then maybe we can take 2n square minus a naught.
2n square minus.
Shiv, I got n square plus 2 to the power of n minus 1. But
Just a minute. For 3, 6, 13, 24, right?
Yeah,
N
but
square
first term it is
minus
plus 2 to the power of n minus 1.
Wow, what a creative formula.
But it is not working for the first term.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. So what can be done? So the question is, we have been studying this successive differences for different sequences, right? Can we use this approach to get the formula?
Okay.
So if you take this 3, 6, 13, 24, and if you apply successive differences, I would end up with 3, 7, 11, 4, 4, and 0. Right. But I know another sequence which will reach 0 at A3, that is n square. Right? If you take n square, we have seen that it will reach 0 at A3. And then we also know that if instead of n square, if we take 2 times n square, and if you take A1 and A2, what will we get at A2? Manjula ma'am?
4, all 4s,
All 4s. Right.
which is what we have here.
Correct. Which is what we have here. So yeah. So what can we tell about this difference between A0 and 2n square? Can we use this to get the formula for A0? Let me know if you are able to make any progress on this formula for 3, 6, 13, 24. So can we get a formula for this difference of 2n square minus A0? Madhu ma'am, can you tell the formula that you have got?
Yeah, A0 is 2n square minus 3n plus 4.
Wow, how do you get it?
So I did this like 2n square minus A0. So I
Okay.
got this sequence minus 1, 2, 5, and 8. So
Just
then
a
I
moment. I'll
looked
just
at,
write it down. Just
yeah,
a moment. So
yeah.
2n square minus A0 minus 1, 2, 5, 8, and so on.
Yeah.
Okay, and then?
So, and the difference is 3 between these terms. The A1, the further thing is, then I saw what is the sequence of this sequence. This is 3 and minus 4.
Right, this is 3n
Minus 4.
4. Okay, so 2n square minus A0 is 3n minus 4.
4, yeah.
And from this you are able to get A0.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay, so now it happened that this sequence was an arithmetic progression for which you are able to find a formula. Right. Now, suppose if this was not the case, what would you have done? Let me give another, so just another sequence which you could try after the session. Just give me a moment. So, and one more question, do you think I can fit a different formula to this sequence A0? A formula other than 2n square minus 3n plus 4?
I think it should be possible.
Okay. So what would the degree, so now this is a formula, the degree is the power of the highest power. The highest power is 2. So the degree of this expression is 2, right? So what do you think would be the, so if you're saying that different formulas exist, what would be their degrees? Any guesses?
No, I can't guess.
Right.
Because, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so just another sequence which you could try after the session is, we have a sequence like this, 0, starting from 0. Okay, when n is 1, it should be 0, then 5, then 22, then 57, then 116. Okay, so now can you try to find a formula for this using this approach of successive differences?
Okay, so for your earlier question, I think the degrees would be different.
Degrees would be different. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so with the same degree, can I have
No.
2 different formulas?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, very nice. Okay. So if you take a sequence, simple sequence like 2, 4, 6, where's the 2, 4, 6? Yeah, this 2, 4, 6 sequence, right? Well, can you give a formula that fits 2, 4, 6?